to Mikasa. Oh, sorry, my apologies. It was Prince Emmanuel. Who goes that man? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So I do believe that are we live?
We are
Are
live.
we officially live?
Officially live.
Officially?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just going to do a quick check-in. We have the honor and the privilege of having the founder, one of the founders of the Jazzathon music industry heavyweight. It's a pleasure to welcome to the FastLane for the very first time, Mr. Craig Parks. A very good afternoon and welcome into the FastLane.
Good afternoon to you, Jason. So great seeing you again. The last time I saw you was a couple of months ago, and we had a ball of a time. Yes, always good hanging out with you.
Ah, lekker. Likewise. I think back then I still had some hair.
Yes, I know. I didn't want to say anything, but it's good to see you looking so good. You're looking good.
Oh my. But tell me, Mr. Parks, or Craig.
Please call me Craig. Yeah. Mr. Parks sounds old.
Okay. Let me put on my... So tell me the Jazzathon. When I think Jazzathon, it takes me back many years. It's sort of like it is part of, like, you can't separate Cape Town away from the Jazzathon anymore. It's one of those things that's synonymous to Cape Town when you think of what transpires here over New Year's even and as such. Can you tell us what encouraged you to partner with an organization like CCFM once again for the CCFM Music Academy?
You know, honestly speaking, it's a no-brainer because first and foremost, you guys have the besides the vibe that I like, the enthusiasm, you guys are also very spiritual. You come across to me like a very spiritual. When you speak, your programs I listen to, there's a lot of meaning in what you guys when you guys talk and what you guys have to talk about. And that was one of the first things. And I know when we spoke, when Salvin and Martin and I spoke, we said we want to go with somebody who's, they got to have a feel good first thing, but they got to feel good. Secondly, they got to have most importantly, you got to have a wide reach, which you guys have got. And then most importantly, you guys are just all around great guys to work with.
Man.
I've worked with you. I mean, I've worked with you guys on a few projects, not one or two, on a number of projects, and every single one has been amazing to work with you guys. And then also a lot of the musicians, and I think this is also quite an important one. A lot of the musicians are very spiritual. I mean, and a lot of them come from the church, and we find that the musicians that we are targeting, they can come from anywhere. Please don't get me wrong. They can be from any religion, from anywhere. But it's just that the ones that we work with seem to come from, seem to listen to your station, seem to be the same LSM, seem to be the same target market that we're looking for. And that's why I say for us, it's absolutely a no-brainer to ask you guys to be involved. And then it was always wonderful when you guys said yes. We of course will be involved, and that for me is the most important thing.
Beautiful. Now, Craig, I'm part of a trio. We are currently two in studio. You might not be able to see Inga, but she has a question for you.
Hello, good afternoon,
Hi,
Craig.
good evening. How are you? I always love questions from young people.
Thanks for the compliment.
I wanted to say, should I call you Craig or Mr. Parks?
No, please call me Craig. It's just, if my son calls me Craig, and then I don't expect anybody else to call me anything. He doesn't even call me Dad.
Okay, awesome. So, Craig, for our listeners who haven't heard about our music academy yet, can you tell us a little bit about what that will entail?
Okay, so the academy was formed, obviously in association with you guys. It was Salvin Bartlett, who's been in the radio industry for many years, and also comes from a strong entertainment / DJ background. Our other associate and partner in this business is Martin Myers, who's been with record labels and record companies also for many years. Coupled with what we with the audience that we're hoping to attract through you guys, which we have attracted already. We want to sort of give them a deeper view into the music industry. You know, people, the moment you say music industry, they think, oh, stage, party, oh my word, it must be so cool hanging out with musicians. But it's an absolute business, and we can't stress this enough. I must also say that I cannot play a music instrument to save my life, but I can never tire of listening to music and understanding what an artist wants to get across, which is always fantastic. But I know I've got something that a lot of artists need, and it's not musical talent, it's the business side of it. And that's information that I can share with happiness, and I can share from experience, because don't get me wrong, we were never successful, and I still don't regard myself as a successful businessman. I think I'm a hardworking business guy, and I try to get the best out of business, and I try to give my clients the best. But we about making sure that there's always an industry for people like myself, as a promoter, as a producer. If there are no musicians, then I don't have a job. If there's no music industry, I don't have a job. If there are no live events, I don't have it. So we've got to teach people, because, like I say, I'm getting moving on in years. You have to get not only the youth, but you have to get youth and people involved in events, because it's a major business contribute. You know, we contribute to our gross, I can't think of the words now, but our GDP. Events contribute something like, I think it's like 40-odd%, if I'm not mistaken, to growth, GDP growth. There are events all over, and the problem is it's not only about music, it's about what happens backstage, what happens before we even get on stage, how do contracts get drawn up, why do you need a contract, why do you need a marketing plan, why do you need a biography, why do you need a stage plan, why do you need technical knowledge. These are things that somehow always find it's always left behind. You know, we just want to get on stage as a musician, we want to sing, but we don't want to sit down and think, okay, you know, just let me give you an example. A few days ago, I called a musician and I said, listen, I need you for an event. Please send me your biography. And the musician said to me, I need to go draw up one. Now, as a musician, if you want to be serious about your business, you need to have a biography. If I ask you for your stage plan or 2 higher resolution pics, you must be able to say, okay, here we go. I'll send it to you in a few seconds. I shouldn't have to wait a few days just to hear, because, you know, if you're not there, there are always other musicians who are hungry and who will have their stuff ready. So this is what we're teaching them, and this is what these workshops are designed, and the academy is designed to bring out the excellence in the music industry, in people, in crew members, in musicians, producers, artists, you name them. We don't just want a music industry, we want a thriving and a business like music industry, because otherwise we're going to be left behind. So that's what we try to bring across to the students. We want excellence in the industry, you know.
Craig, just lastly, before you go, what will you be covering tomorrow in tomorrow's masterclass session, and where exactly will this take place?
Tomorrow it's happening at St. Clement's Primary School, and it's in St. Clement's Way. I would say it's on the border of Grassy Park and Lotus River. It's literally 1 road away from Lake Road and 2 roads away from 5th Avenue, Grassy Park, so you can't miss it. So tomorrow I'm specifically talking on events and how to put an event together, the importance of what happens on stage, backstage, in dressing rooms, stage etiquette, contracts. I'm going to give broad strokes, you know, because I think if I start talking, I would probably end up talking for about 3 days nonstop, because there's so much information. But it's so important that people know about the business of music, because that is where South Africans are sorely lacking. I mean, I don't know if I'm sure you guys watch a lot of TV and not a lot of TV, a lot of live shows, and you think to yourself, how did that artist get there? Let's say he's from the States. Oh, that artist is from Switzerland. That artist from Australia. How do they get? It's all very well getting to a place and being on stage, but you got to think back. Okay, how did they get there? Is there an agreement in place? Because they come from different areas. If anything happens, is there an agreement in place? How did they discover that artist from Australia? If I'm working in America, I must have seen that artist profile somewhere on the paper. So there's marketing involved. Then we go to stage. How do we look on stage? For example, if you've got a dark skin, you don't want a green light shining against your body. Why? Because it just doesn't make you look good. You can't see you. So you got to think of lighting aspects. There are 1,000,001 things to add. So as I say, we can go on and on. I will
but
be.
Then we need to sign up for tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. We will be hosting a number of workshops throughout the year. And I mean, if you know people who want to know a bit more, we'll gladly come to you and to a group of people, because we need people to know it. As I say, it's a business, and if we don't have qualified people for our business, then we might as well all lay down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Craig, thank you so much for taking time out of your day just to speak to us about this. And thank you so much for what you will be doing tomorrow. We really appreciate it. Have a beautiful evening further.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We look forward. I'm prepping for tomorrow, so, and that's the other thing. You've got to prep, and then you realize, oh crap, I'm even learning now. So I'm not only teaching and educating. I'm learning myself.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, for the opportunity, and thank you for being partners in this crazy venture of ours. I think it's magnificent that you guys can be our voice.
Craig, thank you so much, and we'll have you again shortly. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.
All the best. Same to you guys. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
These are the headlines.